me.
Sandra.
And of course, you know Jill. Maybe you fell in love with Jill first as a longtime host on QVC. She really actually taught me quite a bit as a new host 17 years ago. But Jill, even when you were hosting QVC, you were passionate about silver.
Yes.
And so it really makes sense that you now bring us Jay.
Well, it's an honor because this is such an incredible brand. I was lucky to be the host that launched this brand 11 years ago this month on QVC. But what I've loved about this jewelry, whether I was the host or I was a customer, was that it always felt good. It looked like real jewelry. And the pieces that I bought in the original shows from Jay are the same pieces I'm still wearing today.
That's true. I see them on your arms when I run into you.
Yeah. But they're an investment for the long term. And excited to talk about so much that we have in the show today.
So this is the Heritage Texture 1-inch drop earrings. We have dropped this price about $25. You're now getting them on Easy Pay for $20. And you can see all of the different textures there.
They're great.
I'm going to go ahead and slip these on, but let's go through your choices. There's some really iconic J textures in this pack up.
Well, whenever you see any of the descriptions in our jewelry that says heritage texture, we're really taking you back to some of those original textures.
Which can match back to pieces you might already have.
That can work back to things you have. And it really goes back to the heart of this brand, where we are allowing you to travel the world by wearing our jewelry. We're taking influences from trips that our team has taken over the years and then interpreting that into design. So as you look at your different patterns here, I can start down here if you don't mind, Sandra. This is our hammer texture. This is one of our newer textures, but this is all about capturing the look of sunlight dancing across the water. It's probably the shiniest, the most reflective of all of our textures. You're going to see that in many of the pieces that we have in the show today, in bracelets and things. People love it, and I will tell you that hammer texture is straight from our high-end designer DNA.
I'm going to turn the side so you can see. Jill, as I move it, you'll see all of a sudden, is that pink? No, it's picking up the pink of your jacket.
My jacket.
That's how like mirrored finish this hammered silver is. And then along the side, you see that beautiful braided texture.
Yeah, that's our basket weave texture.
Amazing.
And again, that wraps everywhere around the edges. Couple other just key things here. Notice how it's sort of hinged. So again, that bottom piece is gonna, just reflect perfectly and move around. We use an oversized clutch back so that it also stays nice and secure in your
before
ear.
we can get to the other choices, I just want to quickly show that because, again, the backs matter. Look at the back here. It is perfect, and it is like a piece of art on its own. And then also on the back,
how we finish it.
Yep, that beautiful basket weave going down the back. So that is our gorgeous hammered. That will be the shiniest. And then right here, what do we have next?
This is Kalahari. So this is one of the, again, original textures. This is going to have the most probably oxidation of the pieces. If you love beaded textures, then Kalahari is for you. Those beads symbolize the beads that the Kalahari Bushmen wear, which to them, in their culture, is all about celebrating community. It's about remembering those who've passed on. It represents members of their family. It's the idea of if you have a straight line, but then bring it around together, then everyone is included. And I love the visual of that.
I love the scale of these. 1 inch. That is, I think, no matter what your face shape is, no matter how you wear your hair, 1 inch is a sweet spot that works on everybody.
And I like these two because I've never been much of a stud person. Like that's never been an earring style that I've worn, but I like that look of a closer to the ear earring. And I feel like this sort of is like a stud that's just a little bit longer.
Do you know, this is also, and you're looking at the floral here, which is just a work of art. It's also a good earring if you maybe have ear hole, like your earring holes have stretched out a little bit over time because it really holds very close to the ear. It doesn't tip forward, it stays balanced.
And great coverage with that square on top.
Look at how if we even move the table, they move. So as you talk and you smile and you go throughout your day, they are going to dance.
Yeah, I mean the movement on these is fantastic. Our crane texture again is from our trip to Japan. In Japanese culture, if you happen to see the footprints of the crane in the sand, that is believed to give you 1,000 years of longevity and good luck. So it's a symbol of prosperity. I also think it's a little bit of almost a modern weave or woven texture. And then when you put that with our basket weave next to it, it's awesome.
Stunning. So we're saving you $25 here. You're getting them home for 5 easy payments of $20. The crane is by far the most limited. And just a little reminder, we have that gorgeous floral, we have the beautiful Kalahari, and we have the hammered, which is the shiniest of all, which you see there, which would be like your left if you're looking at the screen. all of these take so much work to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about J Jewelry. When you look at each of these pieces, in a world where all we're hearing about is AI and computer generated this or that or whatever, right? That's not how we do things here at J. You know, we still are sketching by hand. We then are carving the original first piece by hand. We are using the lost wax casting method, which is an old version or an old time term in jewelry that means that we're taking liquid metal and pouring it into a mold to cast these pieces. Sandra, when these pieces are finished, we're putting the two pieces, top and bottom, together by hand. We're finishing the soldering by hand. Okay, wait, there's more. We are taking this to the polishing wheel by hand. And the oxidation that you see on these pieces that bring those textures to life as you're wearing them, that's done with a fine little brush that, again, is done by hand.
And you buy them once, you have them forever. You only add to your J collection. You never get rid of pieces. You know, in a world where, like they say, oh, you get what you pay for, here you get more than what you pay for. I really believe that, especially at these sale prices. So here's your hammered, and I'm just going to give these a spin, because even from the back, if you have short hair or you're wearing your hair up, look how pretty each back is. So that is your hammered. Here's your Kalahari.
The Kalahari goes great with some of the figurative pieces we have coming up.
And just so you know, they all have that beautiful basket weave. I'm not going to turn them all around, but they all look like that from the back. This is the floral.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's so pretty. And then this is the really lovely crane, which is our most limited right now. All right, that's your opportunity to own a piece of fine jewelry that you will have forever. Okay, now,